So we find Adam and Eve huddled together in the darkness of their first night spent outside of the garden. For when they were in the garden, they did not know what night or day was. Huddled together in the darkness, afraid that the light would never return again. They did not sleep that first night. And in the morning, when they awoke and stepped outside the cave to see the bright, searing light of the sun rising above the horizon, to feel the heat upon their skin, the intensity of the flame in the sky, Adam fell onto his knees, believing the sun was God himself come to punish him. And he would not have risen and would have again beat himself upon his chest out of fear unto death, had the Lord not come down and spoken unto Adam and explained that the sun is not a god nor me. The sun is that which I told you would bring the day. It is the light by which the day is lit for you to do your work upon the earth. And when the sun sets, night will come again, so you may sleep and rest. Adam and Eve were comforted by this, and they left the cave to walk about the day. And out of memory of their time in the garden, they began to climb back up the winding road heading towards the western gate. And as they saw it there in the distance, the cherubim of fire guarding the gates, they saw also coming down the pathway towards them the serpent. The serpent that once had been one of the most glorious animals of the garden, but now had fallen low from having become the tool of Satan. He now no longer lived in a glorious home, but lived upon the dust. He now was cursed to crawl about on his belly, and when he'd go to the watering holes, the animals would run away because of his venomous nature. And the serpent was always alone. When he saw Adam and Eve approaching, he rose up upon his tail, inflating his head, and his glowing red eyes burned with a hatred, and he took the stance as though he was to kill Adam and Eve. And he made for Eve immediately as she began to run. And Adam called out after the snake, knowing not what to do, for he had no stick with which to beat off the serpent or know how to kill the serpent. But he grabbed the serpent by his tail out of his burning love and concern for Eve. And the serpent rounded upon him, coiling around Adam and coiling around Eve, and began to squeeze the life out of them. But the Lord saw what was happening and sent one of his angels down. And the angel pulled the serpent from them and cast it aside. And the Lord spoke down unto the serpent, "You who have transgressed, I did not take your speech from you before, but now you and your race will never make a sound again. And you shall be cast further from this place. And with that, the Lord sent his breath out of heaven, and it carried the snake far, far away to a distant shore of a distant sea. And he looked upon Adam and Eve, who were nearly dead, and he raised them up. And Adam spoke unto God, saying, Lord, I told you before, I asked of you before, that the beasts would come for us, that they would come and take us, that they would devour us and punish us. And the Lord spoke down unto Adam and explained that the snake and the serpent was the only animal he did not have come present themselves to Adam at the cave on that first day when Adam first feared this. He had ordered the serpent not to come, for he knew the serpent would do you harm in time. And Adam spoke again. Lord, please, take us from some other place, I fear. The snake will come again for Eve. I would not have her fallen. And the Lord explained unto Adam that the snake had been sent away and would not come again. And that Adam had nothing to fear, for that Adam would not die until the end of the time by which that he had set forth. And he reminded Adam of the covenant that in 5,500 years a pathway would be created for their return to the garden. If you enjoy these presentations of the Bible Chronicles and would like to support the ongoing production of these stories, then we greatly appreciate any support that you are able to give. Up in our bio and link tree are links to various ways that you can donate or participate in some of our services. We provide pastoral counseling as well as life coaching, and we have a recreational area where people gather in fellowship. Participating in any of these services contributes to the health and prosperity of our ministry, and we greatly appreciate your support, for without it, we would not be able to continue to do what we do.